all these days what we did was, without judging, we allowed this mind to throw at us lot of desires which are there. No judgments, no suppressions, because suppression will ultimately lead to depression. So you have to allow the desires to come up, then put them through the filters of dharma, put them through the filters of sakama, nishkama, nishiddha, put them through the filters of yama, niyama, and ultimately common sense. Why we say common sense? There are times which we are unable to relate to or understand exactly what is dharma, or what are the three types of karma, or what is yama, niyama, how I will filter it. Because in yama, niyama we saw that it's not a surface level filter. We need to do a thought, word and deed level working. Correct? Suppose I say it's all overwhelming, too much knowledge. So at least keep common sense as the filter. So the first common sense is listening skills, which we are taught at least at corporates. Nobody is teaching this in schools. At least people are listening. So why not we first listen to our desires? The skills which we are taught to listen to others, why not we put ourselves in a place and the desires which are coming up as our mind and listen to them, meaning let that happen. That is the stage which we have done now. Complete listing down of the desires by listening to the mind. With the deep knowledge of the example of the castaway example of you moving away from the shore, there is going to be silence. You are driving out of the town, there is going to be a smooth drive. But for that to happen, you have to hold on with patience the traffic or the waves near the shore. So these waves and the traffic are nothing but the desires which are coming to you and you are starting the journey of self-discovery. They are going to be in large numbers. There is going to be a traffic jam. Like how it is happening in the city, it's going to happen in our mind also. Lot of honking, lot of people shouting, this all are going to come into you. Why? A particular desire is coming up. One aspect of the mind will tell, how in the world I think like this. Other aspect will say, why not I think? I have been told I can think. It's the traffic jam, that road rage, all that is going to happen in your mind. So what you have to do is just witness and receive everything. Like how you listen out to your team, listen out to the kids, listen out to the spouse, listen out to the friend. You have to listen out being your own friend, the entire desire list. Correct? Then you put it through the sieve of three types of karma, understanding of dharma, all that stuff you are putting it. Correct? Then you arrive at a list of desires which you feel are going to define your life. See, all of us have an aspiration, and all of us know we have not reached that. That is why it is an aspiration. So, what is an aspiration? Is something, a stage in future. So, the gap is being filled by fulfilling some desires. Suppose you aspire to own a property, you fulfill the aspiration by owning a property. You want a promotion, you fulfill the job, whatever is entitled, and move from one band to the another band if you are working in the corporate. Correct? So if you want to do something, that means it is yet not done. It is there. At some time it's going to happen. You are in some time called X, that is in the time called Y. That's why it is an aspiration, it is not reality. So these desires are the ones which are going to take you to that reality, which is an aspiration today. Is it clear? Any observations? So what we are doing is, like how you use Google Maps, though the destination you know, it shows you at sometimes take this route, the regular route it may not allow you to go. It will say there is a traffic jam, road block, some X, Y, Z is happening. It will divert you and tell you the quickest way you reach the route, right? So that is also extremely important to understand. So once you fix the destination, you will notice the right route will emerge on its own. That is why fixing the desires are extremely important. And we all of us have the common sense of aligning those desires to dharma. Okay, so why I am saying all these things? Technically speaking, if we have done this, you will not need Yoga Nidra. That's the truth. But we are not at there. So we need a process which will first calm us down. Once you calm down, you understand your stress points. Then once you address those stress points, some are due to just getting up in the morning, some are fulfilling some desires, some of it you have to write a mail. So the stress points, once you address, then your desires become easily qualified to be manifested. So this is the simple roadmap which Yoga Nidra gives.